Have you ever wondered what a sunrise would look like on another planet? Not just a different landscape, but a completely different sky. Imagine standing on a distant world hundreds of light years from Earth. The air feels unfamiliar. The horizon stretches farther than you've ever seen. And then, the first light of morning begins to appear. Would the sky turn blue, like it does on Earth? Would the sun rise in the east? Would there even be a sun at all? The truth is, some alien planets experience sunrises so extraordinary that they seem impossible. Worlds where 2, 3, or even 4 stars illuminate the sky. Planets where the sunrise lasts for days. Others where the sky glows deep purple, crimson red, or even black at noon. And on some planets, the sun never truly rises. These aren't scenes from science fiction. They're real possibilities based on planets astronomers have already discovered throughout our galaxy. Over the last 3 decades, scientists have confirmed the existence of more than 5,000 exoplanets. Every new discovery has revealed something unexpected. Some planets are larger than Jupiter. Others are made almost entirely of rock. Some orbit tiny red dwarf stars. Others circle 2 suns at once. Each one offers a completely different view of the universe. And with every discovery, one question becomes more fascinating. If we could stand on their surfaces, what would we actually see? Let's begin with a planet orbiting a red dwarf star. Red dwarfs are the most common type of star in the Milky Way. They are much smaller and cooler than our sun, producing a soft reddish light instead of the bright yellow-white glow we're familiar with. On a habitable planet orbiting one of these stars, sunrise would be unlike anything on Earth. Instead of brilliant golden light flooding the landscape, the horizon would slowly fill with deep shades of orange and crimson. The sunlight would appear dimmer. Longer shadows would stretch across the ground. The sky might never become bright blue at all. Instead, it could remain a permanent mixture of reddish-orange colors throughout the day. If plants existed there, they might not even be green. Scientists believe alien vegetation around red dwarfs could evolve to appear black, dark purple, or deep crimson to absorb as much of the weaker sunlight as possible. Imagine walking across a forest where every tree is almost black. Above you, a giant red sun hangs motionless in the sky. The landscape glows with colors no human has ever witnessed. And that's only one possibility. Now imagine living on a planet with 2 suns. For decades, twin sunsets belonged only to science fiction. Then astronomers began discovering real planets orbiting binary star systems. On these incredible worlds, sunrise could be one of the most spectacular events in the universe. As the first star climbs above the horizon, soft golden light begins to illuminate the landscape. Minutes later, a second sun appears. Perhaps it's smaller. Perhaps it's brighter. Maybe it's blue-white while the other glows orange. Their combined light creates overlapping shadows stretching in different directions. The colors of the sky shift constantly as the stars move around each other. Some mornings would begin with only 1 sunrise, others with 2. And, depending on the planet's orbit, the stars could appear incredibly close together, or separated by vast distances across the sky. No 2 mornings would ever look exactly the same. But even that is far from the strangest sunrise the universe can offer. Some planets orbit so close to their stars that a single sunrise can last for weeks. Others rotate so slowly that one day lasts several Earth months. Imagine watching dawn unfold so gradually that you could observe it changing little by little over the course of an entire lifetime. The shadows creep forward almost imperceptibly. The temperature slowly rises. The colors of the horizon evolve hour after hour, day after day, until the star finally dominates the sky. On Earth, sunrise is something we rarely stop to appreciate. It lasts only a few minutes before becoming another ordinary day. But on some alien worlds, sunrise isn't just the beginning of the day. It's a cosmic event, a reminder that every planet writes its own story beneath a completely different sky. And as strange as these worlds already seem, the next planets we'll visit make even these breathtaking sunrises seem almost ordinary. But what if the sky itself wasn't blue? Or even familiar? On Earth, our sky appears blue because molecules in the atmosphere scatter sunlight in a very specific way. It's something we've seen every day of our lives, so we rarely stop to question it. But change the atmosphere, change the star, or change the planet itself, and the entire sky transforms. Imagine standing on a world with a thick methane atmosphere. Instead of a bright blue sky, you might see deep shades of violet mixed with orange near the horizon. As the star rises, strange colors ripple across the atmosphere, creating a sunrise unlike anything ever witnessed on Earth. On another planet, the atmosphere could be filled with tiny mineral particles. As dawn approaches, the entire sky might shimmer with golden or emerald tones. Clouds could glow silver. Mountains could reflect crimson light. Every morning would feel like watching a completely different universe wake up. Now imagine something even stranger. A sunrise on a tidally locked planet. These planets always show the same side to their star, just as the moon always shows the same face to Earth. That means one half of the planet experiences eternal daylight, while the other remains trapped in endless night. At first, that sounds like a world where the sun never rises. But there is one extraordinary place. The narrow region between day and night. Astronomers call it the Terminator Zone. Here, the star never climbs high into the sky. Instead, it sits forever on the horizon. Imagine living in a place where sunrise never ends. The sky is permanently painted in orange, pink, and purple. The light never becomes full daylight. But darkness never arrives either. An endless dawn, frozen in time. Some scientists believe these regions could actually be the best places for life on tidally locked planets. The daylight side may be scorching hot, the night side unimaginably cold. But between them, temperatures could be surprisingly comfortable. Perhaps entire alien ecosystems exist beneath an eternal sunrise. And then there are planets orbiting giant blue stars. Unlike our sun, these stars burn at incredible temperatures, producing brilliant white and blue light. If you stood on one of their planets, sunrise wouldn't feel warm and golden. It would be dazzling, almost electric. The first rays would flood the landscape with brilliant white light tinged with icy blue. Shadows would appear razor-sharp. The sky might glow a pale sapphire instead of soft blue. Everything around you would seem brighter, almost unreal. But these stars have a dangerous secret. They burn through their fuel incredibly quickly. Many survive only a few million years before exploding as supernovae. That means any life trying to evolve on planets around them would have very little time before the entire system was destroyed. A beautiful sunrise, with an expiration date. Perhaps the most breathtaking sunrise of all happens on planets orbiting near giant rings. Imagine standing on the surface of a moon circling a Saturn-like planet. As dawn breaks, sunlight doesn't just illuminate the horizon. It also strikes the enormous rings hanging across the sky. Millions of icy particles begin reflecting the light at once. The rings glow gold, then orange, then brilliant white. They stretch from one side of the sky to the other, so large they seem almost impossible. The landscape below is covered in moving shadows created by gaps within the rings themselves. Every sunrise becomes a masterpiece that no artist could ever fully capture. And that's the incredible thing about the universe. Every star tells light differently. Every atmosphere paints its own colors. Every planet creates a sunrise unlike any other. The more astronomers discover, the more they realize that Earth's sunrise is only one version of an almost endless collection of cosmic mornings. And somehow, the most extraordinary sunrises may still be waiting on worlds we haven't even discovered yet. But perhaps the most incredible sunrise in the universe is one no human has ever seen. Somewhere among the hundreds of billions of planets in the Milky Way, there are worlds unlike anything we can imagine today. Planets orbiting stars we've never visited. Skies with colors no human eye has ever witnessed. Horizons illuminated by suns that rise in ways completely foreign to Earth. And statistically, some of those worlds almost certainly exist. Think about how much our understanding of the universe has changed in just a few decades. Before the 1990s, we didn't know whether planets even existed around other sun-like stars. Today, we've confirmed thousands of them. Every year, astronomers discover hundreds more. Some are covered by endless oceans. Others are giant deserts larger than anything on Earth. Some are so hot that rock melts into rivers. Others are so cold that entire atmospheres freeze onto the surface. Every discovery expands our imagination. But it also reminds us of something even more important. The universe is far more creative than we are. Every time scientists think they've found the strangest planet, another one appears. Every time we believe we've understood how planetary systems work, the cosmos reveals another exception. Perhaps somewhere, there is a planet where dawn begins beneath glowing rings stretching across the entire sky. Perhaps another world experiences 3 sunrises every single day. Or maybe there is a planet where enormous clouds filled with crystals scatter the light into colors that don't even exist on Earth. We'll never know, unless we keep exploring. The James Webb Space Telescope has already begun studying the atmospheres of distant exoplanets with a level of detail that would have seemed impossible just a generation ago. Future observatories may go even further. Scientists hope to detect oceans, continents, cloud systems, seasons, and perhaps, one day, the first direct image of an Earth-like planet orbiting another star. Imagine that moment. For the first time in human history, we wouldn't be looking at an artist's illustration. We'd be looking at a real world, a place with its own mountains, its own weather, its own sunrise, maybe its own life. Because if life exists elsewhere in the universe, then somewhere at this very moment, another civilization could be watching its own sunrise. Perhaps they're standing beneath a purple sky. Perhaps 2 suns are climbing over their horizon. Perhaps they wonder if they're alone, just as we do. It's a thought that changes everything. Sunrise is something we often take for granted. Every morning, the sun rises over Earth, painting the sky with familiar shades of gold, orange, and blue. But in a galaxy filled with hundreds of billions of stars, our sunrise is just one possibility among countless others. One tiny variation in an almost infinite universe. So the next time you wake up early enough to watch the dawn, take a moment to appreciate it, because somewhere, light is rising over another world. A world no human has ever visited. A world with a sky unlike anything we've ever imagined. And perhaps, someone is watching that sunrise, dreaming about the stars, just as we are. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next journey through the greatest mysteries of space and the universe. Because every new planet we discover reminds us that reality is far more extraordinary than science fiction. And the most breathtaking sunrise in the universe may still be waiting to be found.